Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Saints.
Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. They come up in an offset eye. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Taking it about the 16. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they like to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They run again with Jackson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. For Winston. He's going to air one out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the the field comes New Orleans. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Eric Rowe fits the profile of the so-called new breed of cornerback in the NFL. A college safety with length. He transitions very well to the corner in the league.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Second down, Winston. That is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll set up to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And some space here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 84 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On play action, they'll throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Detroit! Here we go now! 3-19!
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. Fighting through. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. To throw now on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now let's go! All right, now look at 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Johnson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go now. 3, Detroit! Switch. Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll buy some time right. They shakes him off. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target, and it's third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
And Carpenter knocks it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it with Jackson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Jameis on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
We've got a 3rd and 11. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Derek Wolfe, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Johnson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Another pistol look here. Out of the gun now on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. The tight end in motion right. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And the back goes into motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Jackson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They come out here in the eye. Winston now. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
No. Jack, Patriot.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Back 99 Philly. Back 99 Philly. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. He's going to look deep down the field. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that brings up 4th down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he fields it cleanly. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the run, this is Jackson. And some room to roam now. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and just 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a keeper. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
No. Check, Patriot.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Oh, and just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Carpenter knocks it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory. Good, solid, strong run that not only gets them a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Smallwood. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now here's a carry heading left. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Well, now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Smallwood. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Wendell Smallwood, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The point after now for Aguayo. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. One final shot, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Tampa Bay, it's just...